Babe, welcome to the Becoming Her podcast.
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
We made it. I am so excited to introduce you to my community. And Becoming Her was a name that really came to me because I do feel like I am always becoming. And what's very clear is that our relationship and us growing together and having spent the last 10 years together has been one of the most impactful components of my becoming and also of my healing journey. And I deeply feel that who you are in partnership with has everything to do with how well you are. And the roles that you have played with me and supporting me and loving me have made my healing journey possible in a lot of ways. And I want to share that story with the world.
I love it. It's been an incredible journey.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite journey so far in this life. I love what we're building. I love who you are. I love who I have become with you. And it's also just been so fun.
That part.
We
be having the most fun.
So yeah, I'm excited to
Everything is
share.
better with you.
I feel the same way.
And I really don't feel like you know me if you don't know my man. So I want them to know you. I want them to know us. And I think I want to start with one of the hottest questions, which is, how did you know that I was the one?
I love this question. I think it's a beautiful question. And I think a lot of people, when you're on the other side of it, you're trying to figure out how you do know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think first, what helped me get there is knowing what I wanted in life.
Mm.
I knew I wanted a wife. I knew I wanted a family. And so when you have that instinct, I think it just helps you more so be confident in knowing that that's what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. You're clear.
So I was clear. And so really grateful for my parents, Monica, John. Shout out to you.
They are an inspiration, to say the least.
Absolutely. And I think that plays a big part in knowing a bit too, is just the context you have around what makes a great partner. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize until later that I had such great examples and that it was just in my DNA of knowing what a great wife and a great mom felt like. And I think for me personally, I knowing what I wanted, I knew that I was also choosing the mother of my children. So it's beyond just a wife. You're choosing the mother of your children. You're choosing your partner. You're choosing your best friend. And I felt like I was looking for more than just a wife. They play so many roles. So for me, it didn't all start, but at some point it got to knowing what I didn't want.
Yeah, you got to start there.
Yeah. So of course, prior dating experiences helped me understand more so what I wanted and being more so looking for something for my authentic self versus something that I thought I wanted, where I was more so cosplaying into this guy that the girl liked versus being my authentic self. So I think as I matured, I got to a place where I started to hone in on that. And I think for me, I stopped chasing a little bit and I started actually trying to more so use the law of attraction. And I realized that I started looking for someone that wanted me and loved me just as much as I wanted them.
Yeah.
And so I think there's an art to that. for sure.
100%. Yeah.
But I do think if you want, I mean, for me, if you want an incredible person, incredible wife, I hope you're absolutely starting with the mirror and building your best self. And then that will attract the woman of your dreams, because it's hard when you see the woman of your dreams and you want her and you're worried about, like, how do you get her? Well, you better have already done the work.
You got to become ready.
Because you need her to want you too. So
I think something I also want to talk about is we have become such great partners to each other.
Yeah.
And we were a great fit at the beginning, but we have just become better and better and better for each other.
absolutely.
And I think people really struggle with trying to figure out, like, should I trust the potential of this person? You know what I mean? And I think we both did. Like, I think that
Absolutely.
we both felt the foundation of the connection and, like, the peace and the fun. And, you know, what made you the one for me was that I deeply felt the ability to completely be myself. I felt peace in your presence, and I felt like you were not trying to impress me. And that was what gave me permission to not try to feel like I needed to impress you. We were just who we are,
Right.
you know, and you led in that. And, but we also had a lot of work to do.
Absolutely.
We will always have work to do, but we've had a lot of work to do.
I agree. Well, and let me actually answer the question, but I did want to give that context because it was
I love
important.
that context. Yeah, it's helpful.
So how I knew you were actually the one was, one, I think there was no one moment. It was the time and multiple moments and multiple times of you showing me, and our relationship showing me, that you were the one for me. So some keys that were really important for me to notice is, one, I noticed that I was becoming like my best self. And you were inspiring me. Not only were you inspiring me to continue growing to be my best self, and I guess when I say my best self, I mean just like being a healthy, thoughtful, loving person, but also wanting to put in the work to better myself, to grow my career. And I felt like there was some perpetual energy around that, where we were both growing and inspiring each other to like continue to grow. At that point, we were really trying to build our careers. And it was cool how being with you helped me. I was sleeping better at night. I was eating better. I was working out. Like, I was wanting to physically be my best self as well. Mentally, I was wanting to impress you by, you know,
Working on yourself.
working on myself.
Yeah.
Get like creating a incredible life for ourselves, show you a great time, introduce you to my family. And I love the energy that you gave me. So one, there was a ton of that. The if I had to pinpoint it to an actual moment, it was actually when I parted ways from a job early in my career. I was jumping from startup to startup. And when at that point, my career, I think I was career centered. My career was my most important thing. I didn't want some woman to deter my career. But then as I parted ways with that job, I realized what my stability actually was you. And so once I realized that, I think I purchased the ring the next day. I was like, oh, I'm good. I got her. This job can fuck off. I got my to-be wife here, and we're going to continue building, and I'm good. And once I realized that, like, you were my rock, I was like, it was the pivot from my career being the most important to you being the most important.
That's so sweet. I love that.
And I hear that a lot in people, that they don't want someone because they feel like it's going to
mess up
their career.
Yeah, like, I cannot tell you how many times there's been fucked up things that have happened in our life, and we just look at each other and I'm like, at least I got you. At least I got you.
No, that's facts. That's every day.
That's literally
We broke, but
every day.
but my wife a baddie. But my bank account hurting. That could be replenished.
But we gonna figure it out. No, we gonna figure it out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
So,
wow. I love you. Thank you for sharing that.
of course.
There has been, like I just said, moments where, what made me, I knew you were the one pretty early, but trusting and feeling safe and a lifelong commitment with you was something that also took time to build the trust
Yeah.
and that, like we will be able to get through anything. And there was a era of our time together where I personally was going through one of the hardest chapters of my entire life. And that was back in 2017. We were living in Pittsburgh together. We were like going hard after our careers. And my health was giving out. Like my mental health was not in a good place. I was very depressed. I was anxious all the time. I was very self-conscious because physically, like I was gaining a lot of weight. My skin was breaking out all over the place. And who I knew I was at the core was not reflective of how I felt in my mind, nor how I was presented physically in my body. And I know that there are a lot of people that have found themselves there. And sometimes in those times, it will break a relationship. And I look at you many times just so grateful for having had you and you not giving up on me in that era when I really needed you, although I had nothing to give you. I truly felt like I had nothing to give you when I literally couldn't even show up for myself. And I want to hear from you of how you were able to stick with me through that year of trying to get myself back when I really had nothing to give you.
Yeah. I think it's always hard to see your partner struggle in any facet. Even just seeing you being tired today, I'm like, all right, go to bed.
You just want to take it away.
Yeah. Even when I hear you stub your toe, I'm like, oh man, it sounded like that really hurt. Just so you know,
Like, I'm gonna fight that couch.
I'm always about to fight whatever is giving
Causing
you
me
pain or anything. So it was hard, but actually I can't say that it really was for me because it was clear that we were going to get through it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I remember those conversations you had about questioning what you needed to do. And I think I thought about it for like 3 seconds and I was just like, no, like I don't agree. Like I'm still 100% in this. I still feel like this is what's best for me and for you and for us. Like I just had a lot of confidence in us. And I think you actually gave away the key when you were asking this question is like, I knew who you were, who you're through your core self.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was hard, but I knew who you were. And I felt like we could get through it. I always felt like it was temporary.
Mm-hmm.
And I always felt like there was so much opportunity for us to build. And because there was a lot of good around that. And I also didn't realize how bad it was for you. So I think there was a little, maybe bit of delusion that was helpful because I was always like, I didn't truly.
I was hopeless. I felt very hopeless in like every category of my life. And truly, like you not absorbing my belief in the hopelessness allowed me to borrow your confidence. It allowed me to borrow your hope.
Yeah.
And keep us moving forward. Although I felt like I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah. I think you're right. I had 100% confidence and I always felt like I am a difference maker. Like, I feel like if you have me on your team, like you have a chance in whatever it is. So I just felt like I felt like I could be that for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think, and really that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's what I needed from you. I really
Yeah.
just needed you to believe when I
Yeah.
couldn't believe. And going through that year together for me was the moment when I was like, if we can get through that, we can fucking get through anything. We can get through anything.
yeah,
So
I think what I was gonna say there was, what was I gonna say? I don't know. It was just about, I don't know. I guess the confidence that I had in us, and
you definitely led us through that chapter because I couldn't lead. And that's a topic that I actually do want to speak on because there is so much conversation today around like who's leading and who should lead and da da da. And like my perspective on in partnership leadership is that role fluctuates.
facts.
In my perspective, like I think there's ways that I lead and then there's things that you lead.
Agreed. And I remembered what I was gonna say. I was gonna say at that point, I felt like my role was also just to love you, and I wasn't trying to fix you. I was just showing you love. And I felt like, I don't know, maybe through our conversations, I realized that that wasn't my role to be the fixer.
No,
My
I
role was
think-
just to love.
100%. And what was so healing for me and my experience with you was that it was okay for me to not be okay. That was what I needed. I needed your confidence. I needed
Yeah.
your hope, but I also needed you to be okay with me not being okay.
I kind of remember saying that.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
And that was like medicine to me. And that is a perfect example of hundreds of examples I could give, but a perfect example of how I feel that partnership can literally be like medicine or it can be like a toxin
Yeah.
in your healing journey. And who you partner with and how they support you and embrace you and allow for you to feel everything that you feel and go through everything that you go through can either make or break your healing journey.
Yeah. And I also think that's the beautiful part about a relationship is like when sometimes you find when someone's down, the other person is up.
Yes.
And you get that balance gets to play out. And at that point, you had already showed me so much love, the most love I've ever felt from a woman outside of like my mom and my family, and done so much for me. And it was so thoughtful. And it was very easy for me at that point to have a lot to give because you had already shown so much. So it wasn't like I had no question about if, what you could do for me. You'd already done so much.
That's really great to hear. Is this a therapy session? Well, I don't know how I would have done it without you.
I'm glad we don't have to know that. That's our story.
Great.
I guess we'll never know.
And I guess we'll never know. Oh my God. Okay, so I want to share what some of our secrets are of how we have not only gone through and gotten through shit together, but how we have grown together over the last decade together. Because
Okay, yeah.
I am not the same person that I was when you first met me. And I would argue you've grown exponentially as well. And I think some people definitely do grow apart and some people grow together. So what do you think we've done to have executed on that growing together?
I think what's important is we always individually had our own things going on, and we were focused on bringing our best selves to the relationship. So I feel like we were both going after our careers hard together. So I think that was really cool to not just see one person getting promotions and getting new opportunities. It was like I
We're
would get
locked in
something. I
together.
would get a promotion. Then like you were, and we were excited about that. And then I would. And then like what was important about building together in that time is you somehow had the vision to get a financial advisor, and we put our finances together.
Oh, that part. Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, so our finances were together. So as we were both building our career financially, we were building together, and like you were getting big commissions and helping me pay my debts off. And so it was just like this
Effort.
yeah, this like beautiful team effort, but
Yeah.
because it was right foundationally.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we could be building, both be doing well, but if the foundation isn't actively growing towards this thing together, I think that's where maybe you both, I don't know, maybe you both are doing well, or one person's doing really well, but if financially, you're not right, that will
It's not integrated.
It's not integrated, and that could really lead to a toxic. That could lead
Path
to
of
toxicity.
separation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I really strongly believe that in partnership, finances need to be together to move like a team.
Yeah.
Like, don't argue with me about it. I won't entertain. I won't entertain. Finances
Yeah.
need to be together if you are a team.
I
Period.
100% agree. And I will say, I was not, at first, I was against it.
We weren't married yet.
Yeah, we were not
We
married.
joined our finances
Yeah.
2 years.
We weren't engaged.
We weren't even engaged, but we hired a financial advisor and we put all of our shit on the table and we're like, this is all of it. And she was like, this is what the experience will be like if you do this separately. This is how much faster and further you will get if you can join this and knock
Right.
this out together. And I was like, done.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like productivity and efficiency queen. And you're like, I ain't even got the ring yet.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, she's going to know I bought the ring.
Yeah.
But there are, like, I still had a bank account.
Yeah.
We just had a joint bank account that
Right.
we used. So
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be all or nothing. Like, I still had my space. But that was definitely, I think, a pivotal part of our relationship because it just helped the little, I don't know, the big picture and the little details that felt right. One, just the transparency, I think helps your accountability. And two, I mean, if you truly are looking to be in it for the long run, then, what is there to be afraid of?
Right.
So I think I had to look in the mirror and I had those questions, and it did make sense. So I can't say it was a risk, but it definitely was a tough decision that was pivotal in our relationship and growing together. Especially if you're trying to build a financial empire together, which I think at that point, that was very important to us.
Yeah, that's always been important to us.
You're trying to be broke out here.
Can't be having that.
Trying to see the world a little
Like,
bit.
nice shit.
Trying to go out to eat once, twice a week.
I love that. And, it's always admirable when couples stay together long term, but I am less admirable of the longevity, more admired of the quality. And like, do you actually like each other? Like, like, are you enjoying your time together, or are you just for the sake of not leaving, staying?
Yeah, you just want that Instagram aesthetic, or
Right.
you want, are you on the couch at night? Are y'all cuddled up, or y'all
Right.
Yeah, just scrolling, which sometimes we
It
are.
happens sometimes. Well, I want to talk about how we have maintained not just loving each other, but also liking each other over the past 10 years. And before I toss this over to you, I definitely want to highlight that, again, your parents have been an incredible inspiration to us, and I will speak for myself, to me, they've been together for 36 years.
You said 36?
And when we're in their presence, I'm like, you guys don't just love each other. Like, y'all like each other and y'all have fun together. And I am truly just so incredibly grateful to have been exposed to them as a proof that it can be that good. And
Inspirational couple.
absolutely. And how have we logistically, like, maintained our not only love but like for each other?
That's a good question. I think foundationally we focused on our health,
Mm.
and I think that's a huge aspect for me.
Mhm.
I don't believe love is blind for me. I'm sorry, don't have me on that show. I knew what I was getting into. But our health was our foundation, but physically too. I think for a lot of people, maybe say what you want, but I think physical attraction is incredibly important, and I think that we have kept up ourselves in a way that keeps us very interested in each other.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I'm hitting the curls at the gym, I'm thinking about you. like you should have a drive, a natural drive
Yeah.
to want to attract. And I think when your health is right, then you do have that drive to want to go and get your body right. And getting your body right keeps your mind right.
Mm.
So it all just starts foundationally, I think, with your health. And
Your
that
well-being. Yeah.
your well-being, and that also impacts your mental health. So I do think it's
1000%.
all of those things, but you got to be taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and of course financially as well. But I think without your mental health and your physical health, like none of those things will come.
They won't make up for those shortcomings in that area.
So I can't say enough.
Yeah. About feeling well. Because
Feeling well.
the thing is, like, I like me. And
I love
you
me.
like you.
I love me some J-Jack.
Do you like yourself, though?
Ooh, that's good. That's really good.
Because if I don't like myself, there's no amount of liking
Yeah.
from you that will fill that.
Yeah.
Do I respect how I take care of myself?
Yeah.
Do you respect how you take care of yourself?
No, that's huge. Your relationship with self.
Relationship with self is step number one. Like, you cannot pass go into an integrated relationship if you don't like how you are showing up in the world and showing up for yourself.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's scalable.
No, maybe short term.
Maybe it can get you into a relationship, but I
Right.
don't think it can keep you in one where you truly. If you want to, I'm just telling you how it is for us. If you want to love and a life like what we've created, I've put in a ton of work into myself. Very happy and confident, especially if you want a baddie wife. I know we talked about what it takes to keep one. Like, you have to be very confident with yourself. And I think that's what attracted you to me initially, is I knew I put in that work to attract, and still do to this day, and still make sure if my cup isn't full, what do I need to do? Oh, it's because I need to be creating more, and just making sure I'm still feeding my passions.
Your needs.
And I think that we both just respect and love and like when we see each other doing that. And so I think you hit it on the head with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, when we first moved to Austin, I was like, babe, you got to get your photography back up. Like, your light is dimming.
No, that's real.
You got to pay attention to what lights your partner up. And you got to keep on putting that top of mind for them. And you have done the same for me. You're like, you know when my light is dimming, and you can't fix it for me, but you can pay attention, and we can talk about it, and we can bring it to life together.
Well, what's cool is that you didn't just tell me that, you actually inspired me. Because when you left your corporate job to start this work, you needed new brand content.
And you just happen to be the best photographer in Austin, Texas. It was pretty clutch.
So that first session that I did in Austin, we rented a studio and we went absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really sparked me. It was a firework. It wasn't just a match. It was a firework to relight me. And that has been a huge part of me being happy here.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how your partner they can tell you and talk to you as much as you want, but the actual inspiration is a part of that perpetual motion that I mentioned earlier, where it's beyond words.
Yeah. And so I'm going to make a hard pivot.
Go ahead, hit that Euro step.
going to make a hard pivot into another pillar of what I believe absolutely contributes to creating a thriving relationship, not just one that exists, but thrives. And that is our sex life. And in our sex life, there has been a massive evolution in the fact that we're both sober now. Like, I want to say like the first probably 5 to 6 years together, like alcohol and sex were like the same package, you know? And a few years ago, I gradually started to explore what life would be like without alcohol. And I really didn't realize that in this one component of my life, which is our sex life, was one that alcohol played such a big role in and was arguably a crutch for me to like loosen up and to like feel confident. And it was gone. And we've transitioned from an alcohol sex life to a sober sex life. And if nobody knows what that transition is like, it's significant. And it's one that we had to re-explore. At least, again, I'll speak for myself. Like, I had to re-meet myself in the bedroom with you, raw, like with myself, sober. And that was like an adjustment. And I'm going to be so honest right now. Like, that was one area that I was really reluctant to let go of alcohol for. I was like, well, how am I supposed to like get into the mood or like feel the vibe without having alcohol? And it was a crutch that I was really grateful to have let go. But I want to hear your perspective on it. I'll share mine.
Yeah, I was laughing to myself a little bit because I definitely used to remember seeing you drink wine, a couple glasses of wine. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in for a night. Like, I'm in for a night. So you couldn't be
the signal.
It was. It really was. And I think, well, at least, yeah, no, for us. And I think that a lot of other people can probably relate to that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I don't know, America definitely has a drinking problem. But that definitely
Europe.
True. That's fair. Pretty much everywhere. But yeah, no, I definitely think that alcohol and sex definitely were one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it was definitely not just like an easy transition for us.
Mm-hmm. It was like, oh, we need to have sex during the day now.
Yeah.
Because we don't stay up all night anymore.
Yeah. Your ass likes to go to bed
10 o'clock.
early.
So we got to find a window in another part of the day.
Yeah. So I think that was actually unique for us too. Like, I'm like a night owl. So
yes.
Nighttime is great for me, but for you, not ideal.
I'm tired.
Yeah. So it definitely, we had to find that transition. And, you know, often we did, but it still was not as smooth as after a couple of drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
More
you had to like
communication.
intentionally,
Yeah.
show up and be present.
Yeah. Rub the thigh a little bit. So, I mean, I will say, yeah, it wasn't easy. It took time.
Mm-hmm.
We would get there. I think what's important in that aspect is just talking about it, so you're more comfortable to talk about it sober, and even talking about the context around it. Not just dirty talking, but like if you are sexually frustrated, sharing that. So that was hard for me at first to share, because I was trying to figure it out too.
We had to communicate through it.
We did.
We had to like re-understand ourselves individually. We had to re-understand that connection together. But I will say that we definitely have the best sex of our entire relationship now than ever before.
I agree.
100%.
And I love that for us, because we don't have to crutch on alcohol. And clearly that's like, we don't want that in our bodies anyways. But I love what it has become. And it is so worth the work to get there. And it was almost like 2 steps back to get 10 steps forward at this point.
Such a great way to put it. That is such a great way to put it.
Yeah. So now our relationship to it is better and we are more comfortable. And at this point, that's just almost all we know.
But it's just such a connector. Like, I really do. Like, both of us talk about how sex, like, absolutely elevates our connection and our frequency together. Yes. And I don't feel like when we had sex, when we were drunk for years and years and years, that it had that potency of connection for us as it does now.
I think it did, but I think because, of course, you have sex, like, it's gonna move the
but
waves,
I just feel
the
like
frequency.
We would have sex and pass out, and then like the next day, we probably felt some benefits of that. But I feel like now we have sex and it's like during the day and it's sober, and afterwards we're like, oh my God, I feel so connected to you.
No, absolutely. I heavily agree with that. Like the connection runs deeper now.
Yes, yeah.
Especially because our relationship to it is deeper. But I mean, I agree with you. I think it's been incredible. And I just think our communication around sharing our needs around it has been so important. And I will share, like, I know we had some, it's funny because it's always a tough conversation, but then it leads to sex. And then it's like, when you're having it, then it's like, okay. But I know, like, I had given you some of like my thoughts around it and you listened. And I think that was...
Well, sometimes it's hard to hear at first. And one thing that I have to call out that is significantly different about our relationship in comparison to any other relationship that I've had is when we argue or we disagree or we conflict, we speak slowly. We argue slowly because sometimes like we drop a little bit of a bomb that we know is going to be hard to hear and also hard to express. And it's like... Okay, I'm gonna sit with that for a minute before we argue slowly, and I think that is so important.
I want to apologize because I think every time we argue, this is what I say, and I'm like, we're not arguing.
We're talking.
We're having a conversation.
Yes,
but you always feel like it's never an argument because typically in an argument, one person's right, other person's wrong. For me, it's a conversation. So I always feel like we're just talking and having a conversation, and I agree. Our communication around that is always open, and also making sure it's respectful.
100%.
Sometimes you can be having an argument about something and then you'd be disrespectful. And now the issue is that you were disrespectful. It's not even about the core of the argument.
What we came here for.
So we keep our discussions, negotiations, respectful.
Yeah. And at a slow pace so that we can both process and like respond thoughtfully and respectfully and like productively.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the sex is good. It's great.
Better than ever.
Better than ever. But yeah, I agree. That's just incredibly important.
Like, for anybody listening, if you are holding on to alcohol because you feel like you won't be able to have a great sex life without it, like that's a lie.
Facts.
It's going to be a process.
It's been debunked.
Let us debunk that for you. 100%. Okay, so one thing that I admire about you is that you have never made me feel like I need to shrink myself in order to accommodate your comfort in who I am. And I know that I have a very big personality, and you've always felt like a highlighter to that. Like you have full capacity for me. And yeah, I want to know what your secrets are to having a hot as fuck baddie wife.
One, I love it. Two, I think definitely the secret starts with the confidence in yourself, but also picking the right partner. So I think because I know you so well and your true, genuine ambitions and how loyal you are, I am more than fine with you living how you live because I know your intentions.
Mm.
Where that's easy for me. I feel like in some situations, the female could be having other intentions that aren't genuine or in your best interest as the man, and that could make you feel insecure. So I think one is my confidence in you and the respect that I know you have for me allows me to actually give you more space. Whereas I feel like if there's some potential risk, then maybe I might feel a little insecure, but maybe I should. So I do feel like it goes both ways too. I need to be secure and confident in myself, but two, I also need to know your true intentions, and I do know them deeply. And you have boundaries, and I think that's where the mix-up happens, is because if I'm sitting here with another female that's not you, that acts a little bit different, that would trigger me to act differently. So I would
we've
say
built that trust.
Yeah, we've absolutely built that trust. But a big part is the confidence too. So I'm really grateful. I didn't realize how much having loving parents did for me. But having loving parents and a sister and good friends and like foundationally giving me the confidence, I think really helped me be a man. And
yeah, thank you to Monica and Jasmine Jackson. You have incredible and strong and big personality. You've always had that in your life between your family, but especially your mother and your older sister.
Yeah.
And as I've spent more time with you and your family, I'm like, they are why he can handle me.
Right, exactly. So like I can't take all the credit. It was very much I'm a product of my environment.
For sure.
So you do have to look at your environment and understand where you may need to heal. And also I realized that, that was a massive strength that I got, was that confidence, and getting absolutely ripped apart by my sister verbally and building my tough skin.
Yeah, you're calloused for sure.
Absolutely. So that really helped me being just comfortable and confident, I would say, with females. And then two, just genuinely who you are and what we've built has really helped me have the confidence to give you space to do and say whatever you want. And I also just respect you as an individual. While we are a partnership, a unionship, I don't feel like I need to set any boundaries, and I allow you to do that. And if there's something I feel uncomfortable with, then speak up, but I don't need to try and
put me in a box,
put you in a box and make it feel like how I want it to feel versus I can just naturally let you run free. And I feel like, we're running together. So I don't know, we just have built this absolute bomb connection that allows me to feel comfortable with allowing you to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, like I literally do feel not only like I have the permission, but I literally feel empowered, and like you celebrate my bigness. And something that I admire about you so much, have always admired about you, is your ability to remain cool. In just about every single situation. Just FYI for those that are listening, I am fire. John is water. And we are like literally the perfect balance for one another. Like you bring me back to my core and like my groundedness. And that's why I literally say that you are like medicine to me. Just your presence. Like you could not say a word. Just your presence is like medicine to me. And I want to pull out of you a little bit. Like what is your approach or mindset towards like staying so fucking cool all the time? You're so cool all the time. Like things that absolutely would have me bothered, babe, you are like unbothered. And it's like, give me a dose of that.
Yeah, I think keeping my peace
Mm,
has become really important, and I also found as a superpower.
mm,
And I actually find if you can keep the peace even in stressful situations, you can make better decisions.
mm. Yeah, like you're just so good at like if somebody were to say something like disrespectful to you, you don't embody it. You kind of just like let it bounce off of you and you're like, "No, I'm cool."
Yeah. Well, I think I put in the work to know what I am and what I'm not. And it's like, what can you really say that it's untrue? Like, I'm good. Like you said, my wife's bad. My family is incredible. I have a loving parents, beautiful sisters, nieces. My grandma is aspirational. Like Thanksgiving, good. You should have tasted the stuffing. Like I've put in the work, and I'm also grateful and blessed with my family to know I'm good and you're outside. What you think, whatever you think, is just really it's untrue. You know, I put in too much work to really be affected by what you have to say. If it depending on how you're approaching me. So I don't know. I think I got some of that DNA from my dad too. Like he's
Yeah,
always
your
been
dad is the
very.
cool guy.
So I think that's what also I've seen is his
He's
approach.
always demure.
Yeah, his approach to keeping your cool. And I also think
Yeah.
that your peace is your power. Like if somebody, so many people love to rage bait you. I hear that rage is the new like sex cells. It's like rage cells.
Damn.
And so if you can understand that that's their goal is to provoke you and to get you emotional, if you can actually keep your peace, then you actually can keep your power. So I think there's been a couple of help books early on that helped me understand how important that was. And I think I just also learned from and seeing how some people I admire move in those situations has helped me control I don't know, just help me control that feature
Yeah, your
of
emotion.
myself and my
Yeah.
emotions.
Like your emotions are dialed.
Yeah. And it's just if I need to rage, then something is truly on fire.
Yeah.
Like actually. So yeah, I don't know. You can honk at me,
Like
give me
you
the
ran
middle
over
finger. Yeah.
bottle of can of paint in my brand new car.
Yeah, like that was pretty concerning. And I was running
That
around.
might be the only time I ever heard you lose your cool. No, but seriously, I look to you to help me learn how to better regulate my emotions. And it's not like you like sit me down and teach me it. It's like you just embody it. And I'm inspired by how you lead and move through life and manage your relationships. And I would love for you to share. This one's for like the guys because in my audience, I know it's a lot of women that are on a healing journey and they need support. Like in their partnership, they need a partner that can understand how to be of support to them as they are healing. And I would love to hear from you of what like your final tips would be to a man in partnership and supporting their partner while healing.
No, that's good. And I think, of course, I want to finish on my last thought or on your last question because I think it's just so important is I don't take life too seriously. And I think my understanding of the world and of the universe has helped me understand that I'm here for a very short time. And I think that global perspective can help you move in certain situations when you realize this really isn't as serious. Like we are truly just complex bacteria. Relax.
Complex bacteria. But this is real.
This is real. So I'm somewhat here to try and just enjoy this life as much as I can. So
You've literally helped me enjoy life and live lighter
yeah.
in a profound way.
Yeah. So I think I think that perspective really helps me in my day to day. And now moving on to this last question and supporting, someone on their health journey. What's been helpful for me is listening and learning. And you have taught me so much and helped me understand how important each of these facets is and how much it can help benefit me. So I think
honestly, you participating in my healing journey with me as you're running your own has been the most supportive to me, because I've definitely had clients where their partner is not willing to participate or even be curious about what they are pursuing. And that is an added layer of severe challenge, especially when you have every meal together, you wake up together, you do life together, and it can be really easy to kind of pull you apart if you're not willing to like lean in and participate and heal and live well and be well together.
Yeah, I think initially what that feels like to me actually is like, it feels a little disrespectful to not care and be curious about something like that for your wife is just, it's a little concerning for me. Excuse me.
That's getting over real though.
Like, I guess I just think about how curious I am with you, and I just think that's because of how much I love you and I'm interested in you. And I think that goes back to the likeness thing that we talked about. If you like somebody, guess what you do? You are interested and curious and asking questions. And if you don't, then you don't care. I've been hearing about the bird, what is it? Like the bird analogy or the bird conspiracy, where you tell someone, I saw a bird today. And then if they're like you, they will ask you, what kind of bird? Like, where were you? Like, and then if they don't, they might just blow you off or just not be interested. And so I think the likeness for me, because I like you, I'm curious, and I also I respect if you're going after something, it's for a reason, and for something like your health and to better yourself. Like, why would I not want to better myself too? So it's somewhat of a, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a red flag, but it's concerning, and you really should have a conversation, especially if it's about health, because that's just the foundation, and it's so important. And for me, it came from curiosity and likeness, and then realizing that I could benefit from it. So I don't know, if you're a curious, intelligent person, you're looking for answers to better yourself, and whatever your goals are, having a happy, healthy wife, I would think could help you get to those goals. So I don't know, just hearing what you were sharing, seeing how you were feeling. I mean, you were telling me to like eat more vegetables. Like, I don't know. I just feel like why would you not want to eat more vegetables? So I'm a little dumbfounded for the people that are fighting it. And you really should have a serious conversation, because it's beautiful what a happy, healthy wife can do for you.
Period. I got nothing
period.
else I need to add to that.
Period. Yeah, y'all need to be watching the skincare routines and all that.
All that.
So.
Oh my God, I just literally fall in love with you more and more every word I hear you speak. You're just so dope.
Well,
You're the dopest.
I wanted to say, baby, like, I'm so impressed and inspired and in awe of you, truly in awe. I literally am telling people, I'm like, this woman it's hard to put words to it. Like, you are ambitious, driven, and at the core, just what you are, the impact you're having on the people around you is again, it's hard to come to the words of like truly changing people's lives. And I'm just so happy to be your husband and to be supporting you in this effort. And I'm blown by you and how you've grown. And, I knew you were the one, but damn, like blowing all expectations. And I'm grateful for every day that we have to continue building this life together.
And you still know how to make me blush 10 years later. Oh my goodness. Well, I am just so grateful that the world got to experience you with me, and grateful that I get to have you and this every day for the rest of my life. I think it's a cheat code to life. And you know what? No matter what happens in this life, I got you, baby.
Okay. This has been fun.
So fun. So fun. Probably won't be the last time, but thank you so much for everything that you were willing to share. I want to inspire. I want more women to experience men like you. And I want men to be inspired by you, because you're an inspiration. Truly.
I hope so.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you.